I was, as occurred to me this morning, I was thinking about Gina this morning before I came to work, and I know Gina's having, everybody's having kind of as Jimmy Kimmel was just talking about, having kind of a down time. So many of us are feeling down, and how could I raise Gina's spirits a little bit?
It's nice of you to think that.
And I was getting into the refrigerator, and I got out this stick of salted butter, and I thought, Gina was saying just the other day, sometime Wednesday, I think it was. She said, "Salted butter. I wish I could convince my husband to let me have salted butter." And I thought, Gina, I think that your husband, as I understand him, is a wonderful man.
Yes,
he's a caring person.
He's the best.
He's
this is his one flaw.
He's a sweet person, and I just can't. I can't even fathom that he would say, if you said, "Can we, honey, Joe, dear sweetie, my love, can we have salted butter on?" I can't picture that he would go, "No,
well,
there is no salted butter on the table."
I have never asked for
see?
salted butter.
Now here's,
because if I did, you're right.
You know what he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to do, "Honey, I had no idea that you wanted salted butter so much." I think you should ask.
I think you should insist on the good stuff. Kerrygold. You should go with the good stuff. Yeah.
He buys the Kerrygold. He just gets the
unsalted.
unsalted.
So, I got to talk to the Kerrygold people about stop making the unsalted butter.
So, Gina, if you would like me to call him, I'd be happy to do
Put
it.
in a
He
call
likes me.
He
likes me. We've chatted.
Yeah.
And if I said if I said, "Joe, or I'd probably say, "Dr. Jones, you're probably not even aware of this."
It's my birthday this weekend, so maybe as a gift for my birthday, salted butter.
I took this big hunk of salted butter out of the refrigerator this morning, as hard as a rock. It was, and I thought, Gina should be here right now and share some toast with me.
It's so you don't.
I should have brought you a piece of toast out to the car.
You don't leave the butter on the counter to be soft to spread on the toast.
You got to.
Well, but
you were out of counter butter.
Yeah, you keep it in the refrigerator and then you run. And so I should have noticed that the butter crock was empty.
Wow.
And I got it out last night.
My wife is shocked. She goes, "I'm better than Joe. I caved to salted butter years ago."
Because your wife is the type of person who would say, "We don't need salted butter. You add it in the recipe or whatever."
Now, you need to see the butter. It's not a butter dish, but the thing that holds the butter that Sue got.
The crock. Does she
Is
have
it
a
a
crock?
Well, it's a cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's another cup that goes inside of the cup.
Okay.
Now you put water in the bottom of the big cup, and you put butter inside the cup that goes down on top.
Okay.
What's the point of the water?
It keeps a seal, so that it doesn't, it's not exposed to the air. It's room temperature, but it's not exposed to the air.
So if there are, because butter can become contaminated with particularly with odors.
Exactly.
Like you taste the butter and you go, "Well, who's been cutting onions around this butter?"
But because there's a water seal on this, it's room temperature, but it's not exposed.
I have not ever. See, now maybe I've got to convince my wife. She's always been just we have that plastic butter tray
The traditional
with a
butter
plastic
dish.
top on it.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted a butter crock of some sort.
Well, we have the camel butter dish, which has been much
That's
discussed.
That's right. You should have salted
And
butter.
you're putting that inferior unsalted butter inside of this wonderful dish.
As a matter of fact, and I'm sure this exists, I think you should have camel butter.
Actual camel butter.
From camel milk, salted camel butter. I'll bet it's great. But we stop at the. I like the Kerrygold. But we go with the Costco, and we buy salted and unsalted butter. Now a chef that I know, or he's a cooking expert, has the Empire, the Cooks Illustrated guy. He says, I just use salted butter in my baking and recipes. The little bit of salt that's in it doesn't make a damn bit of difference.
Okay.
Exactly.
Using salted butter for baking and that sort of thing, it's just kind of
It's called a Butterbell, the thing.
Oh.
So look up Butterbell.
Okay.
You can see what
Butterbell.
I'm talking
I
about.
might get one of.
Those butter things, you can still get mold. Not at the rate that I go through butter.
Yeah, if you're using it,
maybe I'll just get one and say we're using this from now
this is
on.
what you're the man of the house. You can make such proclamations.
Yeah, right.
Sue got it at Spoons and Spice. So
Okay, a Butterbell.
Butterbell.
I'm looking it up right. It's we got Christmas coming up. That could be
Yeah.
a good Christmas.
But I just
gift.
thought that would raise your spirits.
Thank you. I
You get some
appreciate
you
that.
get some good bread at the bakery at Harmon's. And
I'll call him if you want.
Butterbell.
your toaster oven with the butter, and it's just a wonderful thing.
Okay, Butterbell. Oh,
There you go.
ooh, they're cute too.
Yes, adorable.
Well, they better be if they're called Butterbell.
Ooh, you can get a hammered copper one at Williams Sonoma.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Yeah, I'm sure you can get one encrusted with rubies and emeralds too.
Sure. It's the chat room has found the anatomy of a Butterbell crock.
The original Butterbell crock here I've got.
Yes, there you go.
Oh,
Yes,
from the Butterbell Company.
exactly.
Shop all of our crocks, it says.
Shop our crock.
Well, here's a butter crock that's shaped like a crock, like a shoe.
Like a shoe?
No, I'm kidding.
I don't want a shoe.